Hello, this is part 2 of showing you how you can make your own Roblox GFX. This part will be covering how you can create the actual graphic which you'll see. So that's adding text or background and so on. I will be using Affinity Photo for this, which is paid for, but there is a 6-month free trial which you can use, which should be linked in the description. Start, you want to go to File, New, and I would recommend doing 512 by 512 if you are doing a square logo, which is what I'll be doing, but you can set it to whatever you want. So I create. Now I want to import the GFX that I made from last video, which will be linked in the description, and there should be a little view card in the top right which you can see. So now that I've loaded him in, I want to center him using these up here and go out by doing Control minus, and then I'm just going to scale him down by holding down Control and scaling down, and then I'm going to use Control plus to zoom back in, and then I'm just going to use the arrow keys to move to the left so he's more centered. After that, I'm going to be trying to sharpen it to remove the pixely edges, even though this is 512 by 512. So I'm going to go to Filters, Sharpen, Clarity, whilst that's selected, and it should be at 100% if it isn't. Now I'm going to be trying to add in a background, so I want this to be a British Army graphic. So I'm going to center it again after scaling up a bit more, and then I'm going to put a British flag on the back. The one that I'm using here will be linked in the description. So I'm just going to paste it in, scale it up slightly more so I can tilt it. And then I'm going to come back. A high contrast flag with a bit of grain effect does look quite nice, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do color overlay, add it so it's very slightly grey, and then close that. Then I'm going to go to filters, and then you can use blur if you wish. Motion blur doesn't look too bad. So filters, colors. And then I'm going to be adding a half tone, which I think looks quite nice. Of course, this is optional. And then you can affect the contrast here and apply. And then I'll be using an auto contrast, so filters, colors, auto contrast, which doesn't really do much. Then I'm going to add a bit of a darkener in some ways. So I have this scratch effect here, which I'm going to be copying over. Just Control C, paste, and then I'm going to place it behind the player and go out a bit and bring it in. Then I'm going to go back in and try and turn the opacity slightly up, and then click off. Then I'm going to click on the main guy, and this is how I'm going to make the night vision effect. So I'm going to click layer effects, and then I'm going to be going to a color overlay. I'm going to tick that, and then blend mode, I'm going to change that to difference, which is here, and you can change this to what you want. You can usually get quite a nice green or blue. Some other effects work, so you can use stuff like color or saturation or hue. So once you've added them on, you can close it. Now we're going to add in the text, so I'm going to use the text tool on the left, scale that up to the size I want, let go, and then I'm going to type British, go back to the move tool and center the text up here. Then I'm going to scale it down slightly so it fits. Then I'm going to move it behind the player and copy and paste it, move it down and center, and change it to army. Use the move tool, click on it, go up here and center, and then I'm going to scale it up significantly just so it's in line with the top text and move it down using the arrow keys. Then I'm going to change this text. So I'm going to select both of them, go up to Arial and change it to HVD. I'll have a link for the download with this in the description. It's one of my favourite. It's a nice military kind of font. I'm going to center both of them and then change the scale. So British, make that as big as I can. Put this down. Army, scale this up. I'm going to slightly scale down the character like this. And move him down. Then I can try and scale him up now that he's centered. And I want to change the text color to a white and bring it up slightly. Then I'm going to change it to a outer glow, which you can do by going to FX and then go outer glow, tick that, turn the radius up to not too high, and you can turn the intensity down a little bit. I do the same with the other one. So outer glow, tick that, intensity up, radius, and then intensity a bit down, and close. Now there's our final GFX, so we can export it by going File, Export, or Ctrl-Alt-Shift-S. Thank you.